Losing to random weird players has got to be the most frustrating thing about this game. You know who I'm talking about. You know those like trashy, spammy, chaotic players who don't even seem to know what they're doing. They don't do no combos, no plan, just pure chaos. And yet somehow they still win. Why does this keep happening? I struggled with the exact same thing back when I was like in plat and gold, and let me tell you this, it genuinely drove me fucking insane. But once I figured out what's really going on, everything changed. So today we're gonna be breaking it all down. I'm gonna give you like the practical steps you need to destroy these players once and for all. Okay? I've never seen anyone talk about this before, and honestly I'm surprised because this is probably the most frustrating part about this game. And I give you my word here that if you finish this video till the end, you will never lose to these players the same way again, okay? So let's begin. Let's start off by addressing why this even happens in the first place. So what is the real root cause of this happening? Okay, you know how like some days like you're winning against like really good players, but how does that make sense? Because if you're winning against like really good players against bad ones, so the reason to why this is happening is because you are treating them differently and you are setting different expectations for these players. When you look at the high elo players, you expect yourself to have a hard time because they are good at the game. Therefore, you try your best and you focus more to win. But when it comes to a bad player or lower elo players like gold or plat or any of that, you perceive them as bad. Therefore, you try less harder. Okay, and you have more expectations and you think it's going to be a lot easier. Okay, and when you don't meet your expectations, you get emotional. We humans, we automatically set expectations for everything in life, and when we don't hit those expectations, we get very triggered, we get angry, we get frustrated, we get sad, because we thought that it should have been the other way around, but it's not. So guess what happens when you get emotionals? You can't make decisions, and that causes repetitive mistakes, and then repetitive mistakes cause you to get even more emotional, and then the cycle keeps on repeating itself. So now you see why this happens, right? It's very clear and it's very obvious to why you're losing to these players. The reason to why you're losing to them is not because like you're worse, but it's because you're not adapting, and the reason to why you're not adapting is because you're getting emotional. Okay, so now let's go about how to actually fix this shit, right? Step 1, take full responsibility. Listen, I don't care what you think, I don't care what's your opinion, and I'm not saying that to insult you, I'm just saying that because if you think you're right and I'm wrong here, then honestly I don't know what to say. Okay, so it's better for you to take this advice. You are the reason to why you lost. It is not the player, it is not the weapon, it is not the signatures, it is none of that shit. It's you. The way you want to look at this is that losing is an effect and it's caused by something else, okay? So now we gotta identify what that is. So you see, when you don't take responsibility and you blame something else for your loss, that thing you blamed gets power over you. But what does that even mean? You see, when you blame something else, that thing gets power over you because now you start believing that this is the cause of your loss. However, you gotta understand is that when you blame an outside factor, you have no control over that. You have no control over the signatures in this game. You have no control over how strong a character is. You have no control how your opponent is going to play. You don't control what he's going to do. So why would you blame something that you have no control over? Because when you blame that thing, right? Now you're thinking this is the cause of your loss, right? However, look what happens when you blame yourself. When you blame yourself and you say, I lost because I'm bad, or that I'm not focused, or I'm incompetent enough, I'm not competent enough. Now you have control over the outcome because now the cause is you, right? And you control what to do. You control what attacks to throw. You control when to jump, to dodge, when to do this, when to do that, right? So now you have control over the outcome. This is why you want to take full responsibility and blame yourself for every single loss. Okay, step 2, do not underestimate your opponent, no matter who it is. You want to treat everyone equally. You want to look at everyone the same and try your best against every single player you fight. I don't care if you're fighting golds, I don't care if you're fighting silvers or Valhallans, it doesn't matter. You should try your best against diamond players. You should also try your best against plat players and gold players. It doesn't matter, because when you try your best, That's when you achieve consistency. The reason why you're not consistent with your gameplay is just because you're doing different things. So if you do one thing, you will get the same result, right? The reason why you win against these players, against the good ones, is because you are trying harder. So why don't you try harder against the bad players as well, you know? That's it. That is literally it. It's fully in your head. It is not even about like the gameplay or any of that. I mean, we're gonna go over the gameplay in a bit. But for you to get to that point, you need to do your best to win, you know? Step 3, stay calm and observe. So you see in this game, right? When you get hit, there are two things you can do. You can either get mad, or you can observe and you can look at that. So basically, you see when you get hit, right, by some stupid shit, it doesn't matter what is it. If you get hit by something stupid or any attack in general, you wanna look at that as a trade-off. So what does that mean? If they hit you, you know, they also gave you something in return. So you get damage, but you also get information. Every single time you get hit, you want to look at it as like you're paying it with your health, but in return you're getting information. So now you see this guy, okay, he's attacking me, but which attack is he using? Is he using a grounded attack or an aerial attack? If you're getting hit by like Sir Roland fucking Ensigon Lance, you see that shit, it covers so much space, right? But the only way for it to hit, if you jump. If you don't jump, you're not gonna get hit by that a lot, right? So every single time you get hit by something, look at it as a trade-off. You're giving them health and they are giving you an information, okay? Become an observer, learn how to observe. It's so watching and observing are two different things. Watching is like just the act of watching by itself. However, observing is the act of watching and also thinking and coming to conclusions at the same time, okay? So observe and learn this skill. This is gonna take some time to develop, but if you are focused, you can get there, okay? And if you get hit and you don't like collect any information or you're unable to find a solution, it's fine. Just keep your composure and stay calm. Remember to never judge these players. Never say that he's shit or he's doing the same shit or anything. If he's doing the same shit, that's good. You want him to keep doing the same shit, because if he's doing the same shit, that means he's not adapting, that means you can win. So don't get mad over him doing the same shit. That should be a good sign, you know what I'm saying? So that's a good sign because of step 4. Step 4 is to punish mistakes and adapt. Like I said earlier, the only reason to why you're losing, it's not because you're worse, it's just because you're not adapting, you're not thinking, you are just clouding your judgment with emotions. Your judgment is just clouded with emotions. That's it. That is literally it. So now after you observe very carefully and you collect the necessary information you need, now you can start countering these players. So to counter these players is very different for each one, and I can't go over every single player in the game, right? So I'll try my best here to cover the most common ones, and it's up to you to figure the ones that I didn't cover in this video, okay? Because there will always be weird players, and all you have to do is just learn to keep your composure and adapt, you know? As long as you keep playing the game, you will find solutions to these things by yourself, just like how I did and just like how many other players done, you know? So the first thing that I want to talk about is getting hit by the same stupid stuff over and over again. Why does this keep happening? Because sometimes even if you keep your composure, you still get hit by the same shit. That's because you are moving in the same way. You are either going towards them, you're either like only jumping or only playing grounded or something that is happening over and over, you know? So if you are in the air, go grounded. If you are moving towards them, go away. If you are off stage, go on stage, you know? If the thing that is hitting you is always because like you are in a specific spot, go to the opposite spot, you know? If you are getting hit 100% of the time off stage, go on stage. Don't think about attacking, don't think about fighting, don't think about nothing. Just go do the opposite of what you're doing. That's how you stop getting hit by the same stupid shit. It's so simple. I know this sounds so simple, right? But no one is actually applying this because they're just getting emotional, you know what I'm saying? So the second thing that could happen to you is sig spammers, right? So the second type of players that could beat you is, for example, sig spammers. Now this is a big one. If you're maybe in like high diamond or whatever, it is probably not happening. But If you're losing to 6 spammers, the one simple thing you have to do is just put yourself in the signatures dead zone. So this is gonna take some time to develop it, because there are hundreds of signatures in this game, right? There are literally hundreds. Each character has 6 signatures, right? You simply just need to look at the common ones. What are the common characters that piss you off? List them out. Is it Queen Nai? Is it Imugi? Is it Thea? What are the characters, you know? And then try to identify where do you want to position yourself so that you don't get hit at all. Okay? Every character has a weakness. There is no perfect character in this game. Everything in this game, not just the characters, but even like the strategies and tactics, everything can be countered easily. Okay, as long as you do the right things. So just identify the characters that piss you off and identify their dead zones. Another thing you could be losing to is the players who do a lot of attacking. So these are the ones who attack a lot, they mash, it's like they're mashing their heads on the keyboard, they don't know what they're doing, and they're just waking up after wake up after wake up. Very simple. So what you want to do against these players is that understand what they do after they miss. So if he's attacking a lot, that means he's missing a lot. Okay, no player in this game is attacking a lot and landing every single fucking shot, unless it's fucking, I don't know, Kaina or Sunstorm or whoever the fuck, right? But in your elo, no one is doing that, right? So he's missing his attacks. Now you gotta identify, what is he doing after the miss? Is he going for another attack? Does he jump? Does he dodge? Does he attack again? What is it? What is it? Okay, I'll have a list here for you. So in this list, as you can see, these are the most common options for every weapon. Okay, you want to identify what is he doing. There are only a couple options he can do when he misses an attack. He can either jump, he can dodge, he can do like only a limited amount of options. It's gonna take you some time to adapt to this, but once you learn it, you are unstoppable, because now all you have to do is just identify it. Okay, but to get to that point, it's gonna require a lot of effort and a lot of trial, but now at least you know what's going on here. Now at least you know why you're losing or why you're winning. Okay, so let's move on to the next section. Step 5 is don't panic or get emotional. So there is a big chance that when you try the new counter that I told you about, okay, so if this happened, then you do that, right? There's a big chance that you're gonna go in game and it's not gonna work out. That's completely fine. Just stay calm and keep trying. It's normal to fail at the start, right? I'm just gonna give like a most basic shit ever, most basic example ever, right? Bro, when you learn to ride the bike, what happens? You fall 500 times before you can do it perfectly, right? It's the exact same thing here. Just fail 100 times, 200 times. That's the unsexy, stupid answer. But if you just stay with the process and you stick to it, you will get there. Okay, your brain will try its best to convince you to stop and rage and like, this is not working and this video is stupid and fuck these players, they are the reason why I'm losing. Remember what I told you, responsibility. Just don't listen to that bullshit. Whenever you get those thoughts, just get them the fuck out of your mind. And if you ever start getting angry and you are like unable to get those thoughts out, be aware of that and take a 5 minutes break. Just stop playing for 5 minutes, literally 5-10 minutes. You'll have that fucking itch to play. You'll be like a fucking addict, and your ego will convince you to do everything but this. Your ego will convince you to keep on playing and everything. Just ignore that shit, close the game, 5-10 minutes, come back. Okay, as simple as that. You have everything you need, right? Literally, this video is literally everything you need to counter these players. Okay, and just give it time. Like I said, trust in the process. It works. It has worked for me. It has worked for many other players before you. You're not special. You're not different. It's gonna work for you. Okay, so yeah, that was it for this video. I hope it was helpful.